Hi everyone, it's Miss Lee, the principal, and tonight I wanted to share with you a story for Sunday night story time. Each week we hope to bring you a new story being read by a guest speaker about 7 o'clock each Sunday night. So I'm going to start us off, and the name of my book is called Each Kindness. And this story is written by Jacqueline Woodson. Each Kindness. Each kindness. That winter, snow fell on everything, turning the world a brilliant white. One morning, as we settled into our seats, the classroom door opened and the principal came in. She had a girl with her, and she said to us, "This is Maya." Maya looked down at the floor. I think I heard her whisper, "Hello." We all stared at her. Her coat was open and the clothes beneath it looked old and ragged. Her shoes were spring shoes, not meant for the snow. A strap on one of them was broken. Our teacher, Miss Albert, said, "Say good morning to our new student." But most of us were silent. The only seat that was empty was next to me. That's where our teacher put Maya. And on that first day, Maya turned to me and smiled. But I didn't smile back. I moved my chair, myself and my books a little farther away from her. When she looked my way, I turned and looked out the window and stared at the snow. And every day after that, when Maya came into the classroom, I looked away and didn't smile back. My best friends that year were Kendra and Sophie. At lunchtime, we walked around the schoolyard, our fingers laced together, whispering secrets into each other's ears. One day, while we were near the slide, Maya came over to us. She held open her hand to show us the shiny jacks and the tiny red ball. She had gotten it for her birthday. "It's a high bouncer," she said, but none of us wanted to play. So Maya played a game against herself. Poor Maya. That afternoon when we got back into the classroom, Maya whispered to me, "Bet you can't guess who the new Jacks champion of the world is." Behind me, Andrew whispered, "Chloe's got a new friend. Chloe's got a new friend." "She's not my friend," I whispered back. The weeks passed. Every day we whispered about Maya, laughing at her clothes, her shoes, the strange food she brought for lunch. Some days Maya held out her hand to show us what she had brought to lunch. A deck of cards, pick-up sticks, a small tattered doll. Whenever she asked us to play at lunch, we said no. The days grew warmer and warmer. The pond thawed. Grass began growing where snow had once been. One day, Maya came to school wearing a pretty dress and fancy shoes. But the shoes and the dress looked like they belonged to another girl before Maya. "I have a new name for her," Kendra whispered. "Never knew. Everything she has came from a second-hand store." We all laughed. Maya stood by the fence. She was holding a jump rope, but did not come over to ask us if we wanted to play. After a while, she folded it double, rolled the ends around each hand, and started jumping. She jumped around the whole schoolyard without stopping. She didn't look up even once. She just jumped, jumped, and jumped. The next day, Maya's seat was empty. In class that morning, we were talking about kindness. Miss Albert had brought a big bowl into the class and filled it with water. We all gathered around her desk and watched her drop a small stone into it. Tiny waves rippled out away from the stone. "This is what kindness does," Miss Albert said. "Each little thing we do goes out like a ripple into the world." Then Miss Albert let each of us drop the stone in as we told her what kind things we had done. Joseph had held the door for his grandmother. Kendra had helped change her baby brother's diaper. And even mean old Andrew had done something. "I carried the teacher's books up the stairs," he said, and Miss Albert said it was true. I stood there holding Miss Albert's rock in my hand, silent. "Even small things count," Miss Albert said gently, but I couldn't think of anything, and passed the stone on. Maya didn't come to school the next day, or the day after that. Each morning I walked to school slowly, hoping this would be the day that Maya returned and she'd look at me and smile. I promised myself that this would be the day that I smiled back. "Each kindness," Miss Albert had said, "makes the whole world a little bit better." I sure hope she comes back to school. But Maya's seat remained empty. And one day Miss Albert announced to the class that Maya wouldn't be coming back. Her family had to move away, Miss Albert said. Then she told us to take out our notebooks. It was time for spelling. That afternoon I walked home alone. When I reached the pond, my throat filled with all the things I wish I would have said to Maya. Each kindness I had never shown. I threw small stones into it over and over, watching the way the water rippled out and away, like each kindness done and not done, like every girl somewhere holding a small gift out to someone, and that someone is turning away from it. I watched the water ripple as the sun set through the maples, and the chance of a kindness with Maya became more and more forever gone. The end. Boys and girls, it's very important that we're kind to people, because one day we might lose the chance. They might move away. And you can't take back something you didn't do when you should have done it right the first time. So each kindness counts. Be good, be great, be awesome. I love you guys.